That he has a very nice smile, a kind heart, and he's very sincere on stage. So here's Perçin.
Ne haber lan gavat? Ne bakıyorsun lan ayı? Lan mal! In English, the summary of these sentences are more or less, what's up, asshole? What are you looking at, dickhead? How would you feel if somebody would tell this to you? How would you feel if somebody would tell this to you constantly? I had someone like this in my life who told this to me. My uncle. Since I know myself, our dialogue with my uncle was like this. I was a child and I was like, what's up, asshole? When I was a child, it was funny. Then I became a high school student. Started becoming an adult, a teenager, built a character. Again, I see him. What's up, dickhead? I was like, okay, it's not funny anymore. And then university came, I moved to another city, started assuring myself that I'm doing stuff. Self-confidence. I see him once every 2 months. Again, what's up, asshole? What's up, dickhead? One day, I remember I was at my aunt's place, and we were sitting. He came. Same old. What's up, asshole? And it started going here, 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 here. What's up, asshole? Hey, asshole. Hey, asshole. Hey, asshole. Enough! If you call me like this once again, I'm going to fucking kill you, okay? Shut your mouth. It felt real good when I did this. But for that moment, because in some other way it felt bad. I didn't understand why, because he stopped doing this afterwards. Well, we didn't have much of a dialogue anyways, but at least he stopped taunting me with all these provoking sentences. But I started feeling bad about it, like my conscience felt bad. I knew he didn't have the best of his child, like best childhood ever in his life. Because my grandfather, his father, a fantastic person in the night, amazing guy, but became a monster in the night when he became drunk. And he drank every single day. I wasn't there, but stories I hear, insults, beatings, not only by hand, kick out of the door. So I know they all had a rough childhood. And who got the biggest shit? This one, because he lacked the diplomatic skills to go around. 10 years ago, more or less, my grandfather got really, really sick. And we were in the hospital. Waiting room, I was more than 10 years, I was like 15, 16. And my uncle was with my grandfather at his bed. And I said, okay, I'll go check what's happening. And I went there to the door. And I saw this scene. My uncle facing the bed, his back towards the door. I could only hear this part where he said, I'll say this in Turkish. Hadi kalk. Kalk. Bak beni dövmene izin vereceğim. Yeter ki kalk. Uyan ne olur kalk. Kalk. Kalk! I never forget this scene. He was asking his father to wake up from his coma, and he said he would allow him to beat him again, because he loved him that much. Okay, of course, this made me really, really sad, but it also gave me another revelation. I understood that you should not judge people with their actions. You should first try to understand what their stories are. The story of my uncle was, he did not know love. All he knew about love was beating, insults. So he did not know how to give it. So that was his way, trying to show his love. Provoking taunting, insulting, because he didn't see it any other way. And I learned to think before I take an action. I learned to think before I try to treat someone in a certain way, regardless of what my uncle did. And in time, I spoke to my uncle. I told him, look, I understand what you've been through, and I understand the reasons why you did this, and I know you love me, and I love you too, but we are both adults, so from now on, let's have a more solid dialogue. There are also other ways. And he said, okay, sure. And yeah, it has been a long while since we're having a proper dialogue. I go to his place every now and then. Well, again, as I said, he's not much of a talker, but we sit down, we watch a documentary together, we open the match, if there's one going, we sit down, have a good time. I sometimes realize that he turns to me, he wants to say something like he said in the past, because again, that's how he shows love, but then he remembers, and then he doesn't say it. Because that was his story. It wasn't our story. How much more do I
Like 45 more seconds.
The moral of this story also with my uncle, for example, I realized he starts speaking when you talk about something that actually interests him. For example, he loves fishing. And when I start speaking about fishing, he speaks for an hour. Last time I was at his place, he started speaking about his youth years, where he was like this crazy guy who was like the mafia mob of the street. He was telling like how he would kick policemen's ass, soldiers' asses, because his father was also a colonel, was a soldier, and he was like the gangster of the town. So when he started speaking about this, I counted, he spoke for 1.5 hours. I'm sure he doesn't speak that much in a week. So that's my uncle, and that's his story. Thank you very much.